Welcome to a special edition of the Tom
and Jerry Pod.
Today we're going to finally bite into the giant cookie that is
The Russo-Ukraine conflict.
Yeah, we'll call it a war. Let's call it a war. Call it a war.
Mr. Putin and Mr. Zelensky,
Yes.
the leaders of said nations.
We're assuming the listeners know at this point who Vladimir Putin is leader of, and what's the other guy's name? Vladimir Zelensky? They're both named Vlad?
I don't think it's... Is it Vlad?
Or is it Bob? Might be Robert Zelensky.
Volodymyr.
Okay, so isn't it the Ukrainian version, or no?
Volodymyr.
Let's look up that first. Let's get to the bottom. Do you think Ukraine speaks Russian?
Much of Ukraine, yes.
But they have their own language, Ukrainian.
I believe so.
Okay, so we're going to assume that that's the, what you'd say, the
equivalent.
The equivalent, yes. Okay, so let's read the beginning of the Wikipedia article here. Do we want to start with the Russo-Ukrainian War? We can do the whole war? Let's do the whole war. We'll get crazy. It's a big cookie.
Let's start all the way at the beginning. So
Whole
whatever's
cookie.
relevant.
All right. So I'm just going to read the Wikipedia intro. The Russo-Ukrainian War is an ongoing war between Russia, together with pro-Russian separatist forces, and Ukraine. It began in February 2014 following the Ukrainian Revolution of Dignity, which we'll get to in just a moment.
Yes, the Revolution of Dignity is very important to understand.
Very important. And initially focused on the status of Crimea and parts of the Donbas, internationally recognized as part of Ukraine. The first 8 years of the conflict included the Russian annexation of Crimea and war in Donbas between Ukraine and Russian-backed separatists, as well as naval incidents, cyber warfare, and political tensions. Following a Russian military buildup on the Russian-Ukrainian border from late 2021, the conflict expanded significantly when Russia launched a full-scale invasion of Ukraine on February 24th, 2022. And today is 4/20. Just kidding. It's Bicycle Day, folks. Me and Jerry are riding our bicycles right now.
Yes.
And
our four-wheeled bicycles.
Yes. Our bicycle built for two. Okay, so before we get to the dignity, okay, we're gonna learn about Euromaidan.
Yes, you're a maiden.
And we're just gonna read the introduction to that.
One of
Euro, which means Euro Square, I believe, or the Maidan Uprising, was a wave of demonstrations and civil unrest in Ukraine, which began on the 21st of November, 2013, with large protests in Maidan Nazahalashkadi, Independence Square, which I'm assuming Maidan means square, or
Madame.
Yeah, I would say it probably means square, like the center of town, rather. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. In Kiev, this happened. The protests were sparked by the Ukrainian government's sudden decision not to sign the European Union-Ukraine Association Agreement, instead choosing closer ties to Russia. Okay.
So they had an opportunity in 2013. Is that what you said?
November 21st, so the very end,
2013.
the end of
so
2013.
They had an opportunity to join the UN. But
Yes.
at that...
Well, I don't think it's... They said the European Union-Ukrainian Association Agreement.
Yes, and at that time, the president of Ukraine was the pro-Russian president, Viktor Yanukovych.
Pro-Russian.
So he was pro-Russian.
Okay.
He decided, fuck the UN, we need to side with Russia.
Fuck the European Union.
Yes. So I think this is also part of the reason for all of the upheaval and why Zelensky is in office in the first place.
Okay. So
back to the
wait, so this is what... Okay, yeah. We'll get to the bottom of this. We're learning. We're all learning together.
We decided, or we didn't decide.
They instead chose closer ties to Russia.
Yes.
And the Eurasian Economic Union.
Yes.
So closer ties to Russia, I'm assuming China, and the rest of Asia.
Yes. So because of that,
like Turkey, right? Could mean Turkey. I think Turkey's on Russian side. I think they're in cahoots a bit.
Yeah, a bit.
Or maybe it's Iran. We get to the bottom of that too.
Yes.
Maybe.
We're going to get to the bottom of all.
We'll try to focus and not talk about food.
So what happens with so Viktor Yanukovych says no, we don't want to be part of the UN.
Okay, and this is an old guy. He's kind of a geezer, right?
Yes.
He's not a fresh young guy like Vladimir Zelensky.
Yes.
That beautiful man himself.
Yes.
Just taking charge.
So he
which
decides,
is all that's what women want, right?
He decides that people in Ukraine erupt in protest.
Yes. So that's the revolution of dignity. Sorry, I don't know why I keep saying that.
Yes.
So the Euromaidan, should I get to the bottom of that or should we just move on to the dignity?
Well, we pretty much got that.
Okay. So what is the European Maiden? That was the actual
The Euromaidan was the
gathering in response to the news maybe of them. It was probably like a hot button issue, kind of a powder keg moment. And
so Euromaidan was protest against Euromaidan. Okay. So that makes sense. Yeah.
I think it was the initial response, the protests to them deciding no. And then eventually led to...
Because a lot of people wanted to be part of the UN because this guy, Viktor Yanukovych, was also almost a dictator. Like, he was like...
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Maybe not a dictator, but he was very, very...
He was consolidating power.
Yes. And he wanted to be the same way Russia,
Yeah, I would assume...
He's leader forever. So this was the kind of the straw that broke the camel's back. People protested, revolution started, and so then because of that, they removed the pro-Russian president Viktor Yanukovych.
Gonzo.
Gone.
Peacefully?
Russian soldiers without insignia took control of strategic positions and infrastructure in the Ukrainian territory of Crimea and seized the Crimean parliament. So when he got kicked out, they came and took Crimea.
Yeah, I don't remember that being really like explained back in 2014. I mean, I guess I was 20?
It was happening.
You were 18, 19?
Yeah, it was happening.
So we didn't give a shit.
We weren't watching Fox News.
Obama just got elected. We're good, bro. Or reelected. Yeah, reelected. But I remember I was in Kent when Obama got reelected. There were people running around with American flags. We're all pumped.
Yes. Yeah. Diversity.
Yeah. But anyways, so 2014, the old guy, Geetzer McGee, gets kicked out. And then Russia
takes over Crimea.
Pretty much immediately?
Immediately.
We know that pretty much immediately? Was there a little... Can I get some dates? When did the actual revolution of dignity start?
It then annexed Crimea in April 2014.
Okay, so the Euromaidan was...
Viktor Yanukovych got kicked out in February of 2014. So then the Russian soldiers came in to control the situation until they actually had a president. And in that time, they took Crimea and then annexed, finally, actually called it their own and annexed it as part of their shit in April.
Okay, so the Euromaidan occurred on November 21st, 2013. Very end of it. Homie got kicked out sometime in February.
Yes.
Okay, so we've got about 4 months between all of these events happening.
Yes.
So we're assuming there's some sort of churning waters. There's gunpowder being sprinkled.
Exactly.
Perhaps some misinformation, Larry. Disinformation, maybe even. No,
disinformation?
Not Pootie. Not our Pootie. Not our Pootie.
No way. Don't even let it cross your mind.
We're gonna have to edit that part out.
So
we're gonna get plutoniumed.
So then they annexed Crimea. All right.
In April.
So in April. So
flash forward 8 years.
So then
nothing happened in 8 years. Right?
That's where we are now.
Nobody gave a shit.
Now that's where we are now, and it's all peace.
Yeah. Now everyone cares.
Now everyone cares.
Well, I think people are starting not to care. We might be a little late to this.
Honestly.
People are over it.
So
what's happening with Pete Davidson?
What does he think about Ukraine?
You know, it's the last season of Keeping Up with Caitlyn Jenner. You know.
Wow.
CJ.
Damn.
Yeah. All right. Wait. We got to focus. All right. Sorry.
So, Crimea now belongs to Russia.
2014.
People were not happy
Okay, wait, yeah, but can I read a quick Wikipedia? Wikipedia here. This is what I had one more here. Wait. Donbass. So it said there was a some sort of movement.
Yes, in the Donbas by the pro-Russian people. There's a lot of pro-Russian people that live in the Donbas region.
Which is the easternmost?
I believe it's
easternmost part of Ukraine.
Isn't that the west?
The part that touches Russia.
The part. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I get my east and west confused all the time.
For some reason with Ukraine too, I never think that Russia's to its east for some reason.
Yeah, there was another name here of
It sounds stupid to actually say, but
yeah, I think those cats were kind of churning the waters, a little bit.
So they were upset about whatever the liberals in town.
The libs?
Yeah,
They were upset about
the left-lingers. And so they started a fucking war, and that began the Donbas conflict.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to Google right now. There was there's a name for it. It said like the independence of Lajishlangila or something like that.
Yeah, so it says in April 2014, demonstrations by pro-Russian groups in the Donbas region of Ukraine escalated into a war between the Ukrainian military and Russian-backed separatists of the self-declared Donetsk and Luhansk republics.
Nice. I think you nailed him. You nailed it.
And
you spy, bro? You KGB, bro?
I know everything about
You a treasonous bastard, bro? Do you not bleed red, white, and blue, bro?
Yeah.
You only bleed red, brood? Your blood's only red? You
Red.
communist bastard.
And yellow.
Yellow.
Yellow blood.
You a vampire? A werewolf?
A dolphin.
Oh. If you could be any mammal,
A
would you be?
Putin.
You'd be Putin? Damn it. I might be Putin too. He probably has babes, man.
Fierce.
All the babes. He's like,
Natural
I started a
selection.
war for you, baby.
Natural selection's working in his favor.
Yeah. I don't know. His kids might be in danger. There's a point where it's like, why are cats like that doing it? He's not like increasing his ability to spread his seed, right? To reproduce. I'm assuming that's like kind of the primal instinct of man, right? And woman.
Have the best seed.
Yeah, just to reproduce, right?
Well, you can't really have a better seed than you got.
But you could have a
yeah.
wide variety of seed receptacles.
This is true.
And then your chances will be best for them to then spread their seed. So maybe Putin's playing 4D chess, bro. Just like Trump.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Just way over our heads.
I can't even play 3D chess. I gotta play that like old kind,
Yeah, the checkers.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just the
I gotta
checkers on the board.
play 2D checkers, bro. I can't handle all those shadows. But anyways, so those cats. So I'm assuming that there are Russian forces in those two regions of Ukraine at the moment,
Yes.
and that the Ukrainian government has no control of them at the moment.
Yeah. Okay, so it seems like Russia basically just took over fucking Ukraine when their leader went down.
But not the whole thing, right? Not the entirety of Ukraine.
Kind of, because it says...
Just Kiev and the Donbass.
It says...
And Crimea, right? So Donbass is
they seized the Crimean parliament. That's when they annexed it.
That was in 2014. And the Donbass is right across that little straight peninsula thing, right?
Yeah.
And then the other cats, the Donetsket and the...
Okay, in August 2014, unmarked Russian military vehicles crossed the border into the Donetsk Republic. An undeclared war began between Ukrainian forces on one side and separatists intermingled with Russian troops on the other. Although Russia attempted to hide its involvement, the war settled into static conflict with repeated failed attempts at a ceasefire. In 2015, the Minsk II agreements were signed by Russia and Ukraine, but a number of disputes prevented them from being fully implemented. By 2019, 7% of Ukraine was classified by the Ukrainian government as temporarily occupied territories. Interesting.
That's the Ukrainian government declared that?
Temporarily occupied territories. So that means that...
Wow.
That means...
strange, like I said, words. That's just temporarily occupied by a different country. Yeah, can you even imagine if somebody even tried that shit in America? They just took a little bit of Alaska. Yeah, we're just going to tell Biden's like, all right, this is the temporary... It's temporarily unadministered by the United States. It's China's now.
Yeah.
Shit would be fun. Hitting the wall.
What else do you do?
Yeah, that's why you need nuclear bombs, right? That's why people aren't doing that to North Korea, right?
You can't just nuke your own fucking country.
This is true. Yeah, but you wouldn't. But you could nuke Moscow, though, right? You could nuke something in Russia and be like, hey.
Yeah, but then what? They just nuke you.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I'm saying Russia wouldn't do it in the first place, especially if Ukraine was desperate like they are now. I mean, assuming, they had a nuclear option. Hard to say what would actually happen, but I think if they had nuclear bombs, which I believe Ukraine agreed to not have nuclear bombs and some sort of agreement down, which, here we lessons learned. Here we go. Shit's about to get escalated. But maybe we should just embrace the nuclear power, man.
Yeah. Everybody should just have nukes.
You ever played Fallout?
Level out the playing field.
It'd be great if we had a world like that. Just desolate, dead.
Everybody's just trying to kill each
sweeping
other.
Vistas because there's nothing, no fucking trees in the way.
No fucking buildings.
Yeah. So anyways, let's get,
So a temporarily occupied territory of Ukraine were defined as such in Ukrainian law following the Russian military occupation that resulted in the loss of Ukrainian control over the Crimean Peninsula and parts of the Donetsk and the situation. Yeah.
So those cats. All right. So we got a little updated Wikipedia map here too.
While the Russian government had indirectly acknowledged the presence of its troops in Ukraine, only partially.
Wait. So it looks like the Ukrainian cats pushed the Russians out. I'm being a little ahead of ourselves, but we're a little. Looks like
right now.
Looks like Kiev's free, right?
This thing right here. This map.
Yeah. It's got the red in the east, but nothing on Kiev.
Oh shit, that's a good map.
It's a damn good map. It says April 19th too. It's pretty up to date.
I can barely read it.
Saying we're gonna be getting ahead of ourselves. I think the war's over, boys. It's over.
No way.
No, yeah, but they're still occupying the other cats, right?
Oh yeah, all this shit over here.
It looks like they pushed out like everyone out. Right?
Well, I mean, Kiev's the biggest part, but Kharkiv, I think that's where a lot of citizens have died.
You said a quarter of the population bounced.
Yeah. So what they're going? They're just going all the way up here to what? That's Belarus up to the northeast. Or northwest?
I thought Belarus was on Russia's side. We should probably get to that too. I think we're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's reel it back. Got too excited. It looks like there's hope though. There's hope.
24 February to present. I wonder how updated this is.
It says April 19th, 2022.
We'll have to stick that up for viewers while we
Yeah. But yeah, it says April 20th or 19th.
Nice. Okay. Well, okay. So where were we?
So what happened between 2014 and 22 where people just... it doesn't really seem like Ukraine's going to get Crimea back, right?
We need to see what's the deal with the election. Because when did he get elected?
Z-Dog?
Yeah, when did he get elected in that period? It was like 2018, right?
Volodymyr Zelensky. He has been serving since 2018.
Oh, wait. Here's all the good shit, bro. You got to just go down a little further. So, in late March 2014, they continued building up military forces, reaching 30 to 40,000 by April of 14. Everybody thought Russia was trying to take more of Ukraine after the Crimea annexation.
All right, wait, I got a little something here. You ready? The Minsk agreements were a series of international agreements which sought to end the war in the Donbas region of Ukraine. The first, known as the Minsk Protocol, was drafted in 2014 by the Trilateral Contract Group of Ukraine, consisting of Ukraine, Russia, and the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe, OSCE, with mediation by leaders of France and Germany in the so-called Normandy format. What? The Normandy format, also known as the Normandy Contact Group, is a grouping of states who met in an effort to resolve the war in Donbas and wider Russo-Ukrainian war. The four countries who make up the group, Germany, Russia, Ukraine, and France, first met informally during the 70th anniversary of D-Day celebrations in Normandy, France. And we've got a little picture of the cats. Shout out to Angela Merkel and Pooty Poot. And let's see who these cats are. That's Zelensky and our boy Macron.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Can't say Pooty Poot, dude.
Oh yeah,
YouTube's gonna get us, dude.
Is that why we're not making any advertising money? Because there's like a shocking content. Shocking. You called him a pooty. You ever seen Pooty Tang, bro?
He looks like a Pooty Poot.
I guess we'll just have to beep it out with that obnoxious beep every time I say Putin. But yeah, look at. So is he just lying? Is he just a lying son of a gun?
Yeah, so that was the 2015 ceasefire? 2014 ceasefire?
Said it happened that's June 6th, 2014.
Okay.
So we've made it we made it a solid 6 months into the conflict. All right, we're getting there. So what happened after this?
So on January 21, 2015, amid reports of more than 2,000 additional Russian troops crossing the border,
Wait. The agreement failed to stop fighting and was thus followed with a revised and updated agreement. Minsk 2.
Yeah.
Dun 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 dun.
So wait, you're still
Minsk 2.
2014.
Which was signed on February 12th, 2015.
Okay.
So we're all right.
Okay, so that's the ceasefire. But then that didn't happen. So then on January 21st
of
2015.
Okay. Right before Minsk 2.
They came in again with 2,000 troops. Russia.
Yeah, okay.
On
the borders.
On 29th of January, the chief of Ukraine's general military staff, Viktor Mushenko, said the Ukrainian army is not engaged in combat operations against Russian regular units, but that he had information about Russian civilian and military individuals fighting alongside illegal armed groups in combat activities.
Okay, so these were the guys they were just in plain clothes.
Yeah.
But they were Russia guys. Like actual military, right?
Yeah. So they kept coming in, kept going.
And then Minsk 2 happened in February 12th.
A new package of measures to end the conflict known as Minsk 2 was agreed on 15th February 2015.
Minsk 2!
So then from 2015 to 2020, it was it was a frozen conflict phase. So that just means that
ice cold.
Russian supplied drones and electronic jamming have ensured Ukrainian troops struggle to counter artillery fire by pro-Russian militants.
Okay, so here's a map of the buffer zone established by the Minsk Protocol. Follow-up memorandum. So it looks like we got a little bit of South Korea, North Korea, it's probably building up for a hot, 7 years? 7 years? I mean, that's pretty fucking... Everyone's like, oh, whatever. Until shit actually goes down.
Yeah.
People could have been blowing the horn and be like, shit's gonna go down, man. And be like, oh, whatever, bro. Fucking Trump said that,
He said that we should worry about China.
Yeah, he said China.
You gotta worry about China.
What about China? I've never been to China.
He said they're taking all our jobs.
But I gotta wear a mask. Because of China. You know what?
China.
I vote for him. He's from Queens. But yeah, so anyways, the Ukraine, we're building up. It doesn't even look that big of an area. I mean, this little map thing here. But, yeah, I mean, what do you do? So what's the...
All right, so basically for like the next 4 years, basically they're in a frozen conflict state. But all that means is that Russia's just fucking with them and...
Preparing
to destroy them.
Yeah.
So there was the Kerch Strait incident in 2018. It was the Kerch Strait offers a critical link for Ukraine's eastern ports. They cut it off. 2019 to 2020. More than 110 Ukrainian soldiers were killed in the conflict in 2019. Okay, so in May of 2019, the newly elected Ukrainian president Volodymyr Zelensky took office, promising to end the war in the Donbass.
Okay. So yeah, homie. So Geezer McGee was in there.
Yeah.
And
he was a little too Russian for the Ukrainian liking.
That's what I'm saying. So did he just like let it happen? Like, is there any resistance to like any of this shit that's even going on?
Well, he was overthrown.
When this cat was, what is that picture we were looking at? Wasn't that Zelensky in Minsk 1? Minsk the first? Hold on.
I don't think so.
Hold on.
There's no way.
We got something mixed up, I think. Hold on. Could be me. I might just be crazy. I'm not crazy. I'm just a little...
No, it says right here. In May 2019, the newly elected Ukrainian president Zelensky took office, promising to end the war in Donbass. In December 2019, Ukrainian and pro-Russian separatists began swapping prisoners of war.
Wait, I thought homie got elected. I thought dude got elected or got kicked out in like 2014.
He did. They were just in like a Russian-controlled state for like fucking 5 years.
Wow. Okay, hold on.
Until they could finally have a proper election. Look that up.
Oh, so he was just kind of in power for a little bit, or he was just like, or not in power, but he was just running shit for a little bit unofficially.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Hold on. Yeah, that's kind of strange. That's kind of confusing. World affairs is so strange. Wait, so he was just like he was just in some sort of purgatory of leadership?
Yeah, I think.
And was he making the TV show at the same time?
Pro-Russian unrest.
That's crazy at the same time. It's just like there's a TV about it. He's a former action comedian. Serving to the people since 2018.
All right, so yeah, and it just says...
Wait, there was another guy in there. There was another guy. This guy. Petro.
Oh, shit.
Petro Poroshenko.
Poroshenko. Oh, yeah. I remember his name.
He served from 2014 to 2019. Okay. What? All right. Now
so
we're
what?
getting
Tell us his deal. All
right.
right. What's the deal with him?
Let's.
He was the same. Okay. I think he was put in power by the same dude. They kicked that other guy out and put him in power.
Nice. He's elected president on the 25th of May. But he was the same
thing as that other dude. He was like a fucking dictator too. He was like, I'm pretty sure. Right?
Said he led the country through the first phases of the war in the Donbass, pushing the Russian separatist forces into the Donbass region. He began the process of integration with the European Union, signing the European and Ukrainian Association. Oh, so it did get signed eventually.
He was a promoter of Ukrainian language, nationalism, inclusive capitalism, decommunization, and administrative decentralization. So that sounds pretty left.
It didn't say decommunization?
Yeah.
Communization.
Decommunization. Is that right? Not like opposite of communism, right? And administrative decentralization. That sounds pretty damn good.
Okay, so with the success of the Revolution of Dignity in 2014, the Ukrainian government approved laws that outlawed communist symbols.
Dang.
And they have this picture of Lenin, I think, being destroyed.
Nice.
So maybe that's why. Maybe that gives like Putin.
Okay, so wait, listen
ammo,
to this.
you know.
As a candidate for the second term in 2019, Poroshenko obtained 24.5% in the second round and was defeated by Vladimir Zelensky. There was no true consensus in the expert community on why Poroshenko lost, with opinions ranging from opposition to intensifying nationalism, failure to stem corruption, dissatisfaction with his presidency in the overlooked Russian-speaking regions, and dissatisfaction with Poroshenko's intense conflicts with other pro-Western politicians, such as, I don't know who any of those are, Ukrainian people, and the rise up of pro-Russian other people and anti-corruption. Okay. Secretly working together. Yeah, so he was just kind of a skeethy business politician. Seems like.
Yeah, so
Let's take a minute for the bells. One must enjoy the bells.
that was so nice. Sometimes you gotta stop
And just listen.
smell the bells.
Smell the bells.
Smells bells.
So, all right. So, let's see what else we got.
So Petro was corrupt. Is what you're saying?
Yeah,
bastard.
Poroshenko was
He's a bastard man.
He was a businessman. He was just part of the KGB. He was just another fucking guy.
So do you think?
I don't think he was part of the KGB, but
So do we think that Zelensky is a nationalist kind of guy? I guess he's kind of a nationalist kind of cat. You know, he stayed there. You know.
well, I think that's the thing. Poroshenko kind of started like moving left a little bit. I think he's saying like, let's be real nationalistic. We don't need to rely on Russia, but I think he still had a lot of those same kind of like dictatorish thoughts, you know, even though he was a little
Yeah.
left, he was still very like
Corruption's the name of the
corruption
game. It's how the
based.
city works, punk. Huh?
Yes.
You think you're gonna come in here and change things?
You see,
I'm not gonna do that.
I get rich.
You're not gonna do that.
And you get rich off of me.
You gotta play with the cards you dealt, kid. You can't just burn the deck down, huh?
I'm gonna burn the dick down. What do you mean?
Watch me burn it. Watch me. But yeah. So Zelensky, they're saying is a nationalist kind of guy. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure how to gauge the whole, him. I'm sure he's a cool cat. He's probably got his flaws, just like anybody, right?
Yeah. He seems to be doing pretty good in this, though. I mean,
Yeah.
you think Poroshenko would be doing all this shit?
No, he'd probably
You
been
think
past
the old-
that. He'd be in Paris
Yeah,
eating
you think-
snails, being
You
like,
think
"We,
the
we."
old geezer would be doing this? No, he'd be fucking flying out to Russia to hang
Yeah.
out with the oligarchs.
Yeah, he'd be like, wait.
Wait, dude.
Wait.
You guys shouldn't do this.
Yeah.
You guys shouldn't do this.
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, it's pretty easy to blame Putin. I'm sure this is all probably 70% his fault, right? I'm sure he doesn't want, a lot of uncertainty at his border, right?
Well, he's kind of the uncertainty, so I don't know how much uncertainty there is.
Well, it sounds like there's like some revolutions. Well, I guess he's the one causing the whole revolution, but it doesn't seem like a stable place,
Yeah.
So,
I think the problem is that there's a lot of Russian people in, or at least pro-Russian, that want to be commie in Ukraine.
you want to be communist? Yeah, I mean, there's probably a big mixed bag of like, there's probably some commie cats. There's probably some, Maybe there's Nazis. I don't know if there's really Nazis there. That's what seems to be the QAnon claim on the horizon.
Yeah, and if you look in history, the borders that have the largest differences between their cultures have the biggest issues, right?
The biggest borders. Like the most land, you mean?
The most different culture. So, like, say the like left-leaning Ukrainians, like Zelensky, that want to, they want to fully get away from the red side of the world, compared to people that have lived in communist states and love that, have that pride for just country and just,
Yeah, you would think that the older people would like know better than the communists though, because it all collapsed and didn't do money good.
But that's probably
a mixed bag of the old people too, right?
That's probably the thing though, is the old people. I don't think that makes them see like.
And it's not like Russia doesn't want to
wrong.
be communist, right? It's just like they just want to.
They just really believe in those values.
You're saying culturally, and like they actually speak Russian. I'm sure they get Russian.
Two different
products,
languages, like how this guy was saying he's very pro-Ukrainian language. That's a big thing because that means Ukrainian independence. Yeah. Whereas if all these people are like, oh well, let's just be Russian, then like it's just going to become part of Russia.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, it makes sense. They're in the borders of Ukraine. You shouldn't speak Ukrainian, I suppose,
So the big problem really came when they didn't join the UN, I guess. If they could have joined the UN.
And not the UN, though. The
geezer.
European Union, right?
Or the European Union.
And I don't think they're really joining the European Union as much as they were signing this European/Ukrainian Association Agreement. Right? And that's where the revolution started, or the Euromaidan started from, the failure to. But the other guy, Petro, signed it. And I think that's where I was just at. That cat signed it.
Mr. Poroshenko.
But I think he was probably still corrupt, like we were saying. Hey, sad things are done, but sad things are done. And Zelensky's like, nah, bro. Sometimes, I mean, we don't really know, like, true corruption here. We know, like,
yeah, we know
not like murderous.
Trump's still making money while
people
he's
are just like they just move money around and like fuck people over here. It's not.
It's
like,
just business. It's not.
Nobody's poisoning people. Even like Watergate was just like what they like looked into a filing cabinet with some flashlights. And they're like, oh shit, get out of here, better.
And then we got like Clinton.
All right,
Clinton gets a blowjob.
A blowjob. Oh yeah. Oh shit.
Oh my
Whoa,
gosh.
shit. What? Wow.
Can't have our children's growing up in this country.
Fellatio? Are you kidding me? Bill? What the? Our president?
Hillary. What do you think about this?
Hillary didn't do that. That's probably why.
It's why, bro.
Yeah, it's why. Yeah, it's why. She probably was like maybe like a 5-second handy every like 3 weeks or something. Hill Dog. Yeah, Hill Dog seems kind of a powerful woman, but not in the sense that like she wants to do freaky shit to you, as much as she just wants to take over the world.
Exactly. And
Bill's like, and she probably just took Bill along with the ride. Like, come on, Bill.
You're the president and your power's been stolen. I don't know, man.
Yeah, Hillary probably cared the least out of anyone in the situation. Yeah. Probably the whole country,
Yeah.
I don't know what Al Gore thought.
I don't think he thought a whole lot of anything.
Hillary, could you believe what Bill did? Our chances of getting reelected are way, way less now. Are you kidding me? I'm going to have to make a documentary about the environment. Hillary. My plans. You tell that to Tepper. Yeah. All right. That was my Al Gore.
Nice.
You like that?
I like it. Have you watched the doc?
You seen these signs or what the Inconvenient
Al Gore,
Truth?
or what is it? Is that what it is? Yeah.
Inconvenient Truth.
It's not really a doc, I guess.
I saw like South Park make fun of it, which is what I was just mimicking there.
Yes.
Remember, I'm super serial guy.